What's going on, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls? It's your boy, the Prince of Botch himself. That's right, Dwayne. I am in the building. How are y'all doing today? I hope you're doing well. Lord knows I'm doing pretty well. Staying safe, maintaining social distancing as much as possible, all that good stuff. While also still coming and bringing you guys really, really dope interviews, dope conversations, and all that good stuff right here on the Life's a Botch podcast, baby. So today, your boy is, kind of thinking of his nickname, so I guess I'm just going to say it. Your boy is Dickey, two guests. All right? Your boy came in here today, and I got not one, but two really, 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 really dope guests that I got the pleasure of meeting and talking with for a little bit. And we're definitely going to work on getting them back on the show for longer conversations. But I would like to shout out a nice little up-and-coming network by the name of Rave. You know what I'm saying? Rave allows you to do meet and greets. So, this is pretty fun. Use this nice little platform to kind of conduct some conversations with some people. And your boy got two awesome legends in this conversation. So, first up, we've got the legendary Miss Excuse Me herself, Vickie Guerrero. That's right, you heard me right, people. Vickie Guerrero. We're going to have that play right quick, and that'll be first up. Then I'll come back, say hi to you guys. Hey, how you doing? And then after that, pretty much, I'll take you guys to interview conversation session numero dos with five-time women's champion, future Hall of Famer, and soon to be NWA women's champion, Miss Melina Perez. That's right. So I am super excited to share these conversations with you all. And again, just like every other show, make sure you subscribe, make sure you like, make sure you comment, leave your reviews, all that good stuff, because we really appreciate it. It means so much. And without further ado, let's go ahead and get into this first conversation. But first, I got to shout out my good people at Six Families Radio. So if you're listening live on Six Families Radio, what's happening? How you doing? It is good to talk to you. It is good to be live with you right now. And shout out to OTS, my team, my company that I am greatly a part of and that I love so much. Shout out to you if you're listening on Apple. Shout out if you're listening to podcasts. Wait, I totally botched that. Shout out to if you're listening to on Apple, on Spotify, and all those other good podcasting platforms. So again, salute to my people at OTS. Salute to the people listening on Six Families Radio at sixfamiliesradio.com. Oh, and Tuned In. Can't forget about you guys too. Hello, how you doing? It is so great to be on Tuned In. And without further ado, let's go ahead and play that first interview, baby. Here is my nice conversation with Vickie Guerrero.
Hi, Dwayne.
Hello, how you doing, Vickie?
I'm great. How are you?
I'm doing great. It is so great to meet you.
Oh, nice to meet you too. How are you today?
I am doing great. How about yourself, ma'am?
I'm good. I'm in Houston, so it's raining all day, so we're kind of stuck inside.
Look at that. Hey, rainy days are great sometimes. It's nice and sunny where I'm at, but, I'll take it.
Where are you at?
I'm in Atlanta, Georgia.
Oh,
yes.
I had a layover there this week, so the airport was very quiet.
Wow, yeah, that's different. It's normally not too quiet out here in Atlanta's airports. They're always so busy. So
Right. Well, thank you for reserving a session with me. I really appreciate it.
No problem. It's an honor to meet you this way. I'm trying Rave for the first time. I've actually wanted to. I'm a podcast host myself, and I've been trying to reach out to you. And I was like, man, when I saw you on Rave, I was like, well, that's a great way to connect with Miss Guerrero and just converse with her for a minute. You know what I mean? This is dope.
I can't hear you that well. Just adjust your volume.
Oh, adjust my volume?
Can you turn your volume up?
Yeah. Hold on one second. How well can you hear me right now, Miss Guerrero?
Oh, that's good.
That's good? All right.
Yeah, better.
Awesome. Man, I cannot believe if you'd have told me a few years ago I would have an opportunity like this to meet Vickie Guerrero, the Vickie Guerrero, I'd be like, man, get out of here. There's no way that's possible.
Excuse me?
You know, I'm so glad you did that. I would love to ask you a couple of questions to grab me if that's
all
time.
yours.
All yours? Man, thank you so much. Well, let me ask you this, Miss Guerrero. What, with the excuse me catchphrase, what's the story behind it? Like how it came to just become such a marketable, famous catchphrase for you?
You know, the excuse me phrase came from a fluke when I was doing a promo and I forgot my lines. And the crowd was figuring out that I didn't know where I was at in my promo. And my promo changed like 4 or 5 times before I went live on. I was in the wheelchair with Teddy Long pushing me. And even Teddy Long kept seeing my promos come in and they kept changing them. And Teddy's like, "You're going to screw this up, aren't you, playa?" And I was like, "I think tonight's the night. I'm going to screw this all up." And I did. And so the crowd was getting really impatient and they started yelling at me and there was middle fingers thrown in the front row and people were saying horrible things. And I just yelled out, "Excuse me," just to kind of like stall for time. And the crowd loved it. And so the writers saw that and they tried it next week. And each week they wrote it into my segments. And I still use it today. So I'm really thankful for that mistake I had that one night.
That is so amazing. Like, it's so great to see how something accidental like that, we see that with talents all the time. Like, yeah, I did it totally on the fly. It wasn't really something I meant to do, and it just blew up. Like, those are the best stories.
Never written for me.
So, let me ask you, I see now that you are definitely an on-screen role again. Congratulations on being a part of the AEW family. How does that feel, you know, being back in the fray again and just, you know, managing a monster like Nyla Rose? Like, how is that?
Yeah, you know, I was actually sad when my segment ended because I was having so much fun out there. But I love entertaining inside the ring, and I never thought that it was going to become possible. And when I started doing some appearances for AEW, and they presented me to, you know, be Nyla's manager, and I threw some hints too out there. And Nyla's great. I mean, we get along so well. She's just a funny woman that is fierce and strong. And of course, me being the manager, I'm going to find someone I can hide behind. And it's perfect.
Yes, I'm looking forward to it. I was so excited to just see you on screen again like that. Even with just some of the cameos that you were doing already, like with Chris Jericho and like how they did the bubbly bunch and everything. Like, I just was like, oh, that is so Vickie. Like, that is so awesome. So it's great to see.
Yeah, to do that bubbly bunch, I didn't know who was going to be in it. All Chris sent me was just my one part. And he goes, "Just wait till you see the final product." And after seeing it, I couldn't believe all the stars that were in it. And I was like, wow, I get to work with Lou Ferrigno. This is awesome. So it was a fun project, all in all.
My goodness, that is awesome. And again, Vickie, in your own right, you are such a legend. If no one's ever told you that, you are a legend in your own right. Because we all know that, you know, you are definitely the wife of the late and great Eddie Guerrero, which we miss so much in the ring because we love him. And we love you just as much. I love how the fans have really embraced you even more since the passing of Eddie. You know what I'm saying? Like, in your own right, because you've literally paved your own kind of way in that, like, you know. So,
man, where were you years ago when I needed a friend in the audience?
Listen, you know, I don't know. I was a young prince of Botch at that time, so I couldn't really, you know, step into the fray on the screen and just be like, "Hey, y'all leave Vickie Guerrero alone. Now this is greatness stepping in front of you," you know. But it's okay. I'm here now. You know what I mean? I'm in the present day, so we got you on this show. You know what I mean? But what I would love to know, speaking of Eddie, while we have a quick subject of him, let me ask you, in your mind, there's so many dope talents out there in the world of wrestling today that a lot of them, of course, inspired by Eddie Guerrero. And I would love to know your thoughts on, if Eddie were around to this day, like, who are some talents off the top that you think he would love to get in the ring and square it up with?
Oh, gosh. Well, you know, he always has his love for Rey Mysterio. I think that would always be such, you know, a great gathering, of the two minds that are they make magic in the ring together.
Always,
but people that I've seen lately, I think the Lucha Brothers have an awesome match with Eddie.
Yes.
I think Sammy Guevara would be amazing too.
Yes.
Aaron Garza. I mean, there's just so many different. You see the rookies in NXT, and you see different promotions. I think that Eddie would have. He always wanted to have his own wrestling school, and I think that that's where his love would have been, is to create these talents and show them the magic that he created within himself. And I think that's where he would have. That's where he'd be today if he had the choices to be in his own wrestling school.
That is awesome, and I totally agree. I love all of those scenarios. Like, I'm just, the kid in me, the dream match scenarios are just playing left and right. So that is so amazing. And of course, who are we to say that now with Vickie and her on-screen presence she's created, who's to not say? We already know how charismatic Eddie was, and now you've grown with your own charisma and your own legendary way. So just to see you out there by Eddie's side while all of this is going on, can't tell me that's not gold on any screen. Come on.
I would love to have seen that. And also I think of FTR. I think they would have made an amazing match with Eddie too.
Yes.
Just some great talents. Even the Young Bucks, I would have loved to have seen them together.
Yeah.
With a match with Eddie. So it's just sad to see. I wonder what it would be like today. So that's a good point.
Yeah, I just points that we got to make one time. But he's loved. And he lives on forever, basically, as you can see, through so many young talents. And he lives on through you, an amazing woman. So what I would like to ask you, speaking of women, by the way, I got to shout out and shoot my shot at the Cougar one time. You know what I mean? That's kind of how we do it, because it's like, you know what I mean?
I should put my necklace on.
yeah, you know what I mean? Like, come on now. I was just like, come on. I'm talking to the famous Cougar, man. Like, why wouldn't I shoot the shot? But what I would love to know also is my final question for you is, as a woman, what have you felt? Because you played a huge part in the women's revolution, I feel, as well, spearheading that and helping it you've seen so many eras in the evolution of where women have come from and where they are today. What are your thoughts on the women's revolution right now and how it's just evolved with women's wrestling and how the fans are embracing it so much?
Yeah, I think that the time is overdue, to have the recognition for the women. It should have been done a long time ago. Yeah. Even with, when you had, Sable and, Ivory and Jazz. I mean, they were just incredible women, and I used to watch them on TV. Yeah. So I'm really proud to be a small part of it, because it takes everyone that has evolutionized the women's division. Yeah. So when I see the women, carrying 2 belts around, and, I see, the younger women being able to have this TV time and get the experience, this is where it starts, especially the younger women in AEW, to see these women like Allie and, you see Sheeta and, just they get so nervous. And I'm like, this is where your legacy starts. And be proud of it and own it and enjoy the moment. Because in 10 years, they're going to keep on going, and they're going to see that. They're going to see their evolution in this whole women's division. So I think it's really exciting to be a witness to that and work along with these women.
Yes, I love it. Miss Guerrero, I mean, it is such a pleasure. I mean, I'm literally 5 minutes left into this conversation, and I'm just enjoying the fact that I can really naturally flow with you like this. And personally, I would love to thank you for taking the time to just converse with me like this. Shout out to Rave for doing such an awesome job. I would love to sponsor you guys. By all means, feel free. Life's a Botch podcast. We will sponsor Rave, and tell them, come check out Rave and all the awesome talents on here. But man,
what's your podcast name?
Oh, it is the Life's a Botch podcast. It is literally a new, fresh podcast on the scene, all about professional wrestling and, life behind professional wrestling, of course. We've had the pleasure of interviewing superstars like we just did an episode with The Godfather. That was a fun one. We got to interview R-Truth. That was really comedic in its own right.
I love him.
He is such a fun guy. We really enjoyed talking with him. And up-and-coming talents, we had Jordan Grace on the episode from Impact Wrestling. We had, we've had so many, Maria Manic from Ring of Honor. We've had, so many different talents. I've been blessed so far to really keep on chipping it away. And now I'm adding Miss Vickie Guerrero to the list because, like, it's a milestone, you know what I mean? To be able to just chat with a legend. So, you know, we would love to have you on definitely again, you know, and get you set up, get it invited in the future, you know, where we can converse a little longer maybe and just have you on the show. It would be great. Again, I thank you. I'm loving this. This is so awesome. What actually, while we still have like 3 minutes, what brought you to the rave family? Because I see that this is something still new. Like, a lot of people are kind of not catching on to this yet. But like, who introduced you to rave?
Actually, I met them in Utah at a Comic-Con, and they had a booth, and they came up to me and they introduced themselves. And at first, they were like virtual meeting, and I'm like, you know, I was like, I don't know about that, but as the more that we talked, and then once I got on their platform and I was able to, you know, have some guests and see how it works, they've gotten better. I mean, the options are getting better and better for the fans. I loved it, you know, because this is a great way, especially during COVID, you know, for the fans to reach out and talk to their superstars. And this is an honor for me too, because I get to, you know, talk to people like you and answer your questions and just have that special one-on-one live chat.
Yes. This is definitely the next big thing. I feel like this is awesome. I love this. I hate nobody thought about it long ago, but this is definitely a great thing. So again, I hope the people of Rave are listening. I would love to sponsor this and tell people this is the next big thing. Get on this wave, because you get to meet awesome people like Vickie Guerrero, and you never know what's gonna happen. You know, but man, thank you so much.
You're welcome. Watch for me every Wednesday. It's gonna get bigger and better, and it's gonna cause more trouble on AEW.
I am looking forward to it. Trust me. I know that a lot of fans are gonna be annoyed in a great way, and they can't wait to be like, how we've missed that on screen so much. You know I am. I was hyped. I had been seeing it, and shout out to Chris Jericho, man. He's been killing it.
He's amazing.
Isn't he?
I don't know when. I told him, I don't know when you sleep because you're too busy for me.
Yeah, man. I'm telling you, like, it's really cool to see this, and I'm wishing you complete nothing but the best. Hall of Famer in the making in your own right, and I already know, Miss Guerrero, you are awesome, and I will definitely look forward to chatting with you very much more in the future, for sure.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
Look at that.
What's your favorite storyline of mine that you can remember?
Man, oh my gosh, so many. Like, right off the top, to be honest, it would be the one where you and Edge were, like, married, and how when you found out on wedding day when Triple H once again lived up to the name of Wedding Killer, and he came in there and he just was like, yeah, I got something to kind of show you, and the whole family's in the ring, and Edge is just standing there like, ooh,
broke my heart.
Broke your heart. I mean, just like, boom. And at that point, when it was just like, yep, vengeance is now mine. You're going to face The Undertaker in a Hell in a Cell. And I'm like, yep, hell has no fury like a woman scorned.
That's right. Amen.
I'm telling you.
Thank you, Dwayne, so much.
Yes.
I look forward to being on your podcast. Email me.
Yes.
And I look forward to talking to you really soon.
Likewise, Miss Guerrero, you take care. Nice meeting you. God bless.
Yeah, God bless you, and stay well and stay safe in these times.
You as well, ma'am. Thank you.
Thanks, Dwayne. Bye.
Bye-bye. All right, ladies and gentlemen, how did you feel about that? Man, what a pleasure it was to actually chop it up and chat with Vickie Guerrero. I mean, such an amazing woman. And y'all, I got to shoot my shot at the Cougar. How about that? Wasn't it cool? Didn't y'all enjoy that? I know I did. I never thought. If you told me that, I wouldn't have never believed it. But still, it was pretty dope. And don't worry, guys. As you know and as you hear, we will have her back on the show. And we're going to have her on the show for a nice lengthier time. But, you know, in the meantime, it was pretty dope chopping it up with her. Hope you guys enjoyed that. By all means, feel free to leave those comments. Feel free to subscribe. And yeah, without further ado, I guess it's time to go ahead and just segue my way over to the next interview session. You know what I'm saying? So, without further ado, ladies and gentlemen, I introduce to you a 5-time women's champion, future Hall of Famer, and current member of the NWA Power roster, soon to be your future NWA Women's Champion. She is the woman with the greatest entrance of all time. That is right, Miss Melina Perez. Perez. Hello, how are you doing, ma'am? It is so great to meet you. Wow, you look amazing, by the way.
What?
I say you look very amazing, by the way.
Thank you. Good to hear.
It feels great to meet a 5-time women's champion. You know, look at that. Yes, yes. I mean, you are. Listen, I want to tell you this. Okay, number one, you have the greatest, and I don't care what anyone says. You have the greatest entrance of all time. Literally, of all time. No one can ever say that you don't. You have the greatest, because I've never seen anyone emulate it, never try it. Well, maybe 1 or 2 people tried it, but they failed miserably. So, nonetheless, it is great, you know. Tell me something, Miss Melina. What have some of your favorite feuds of all time been with any promotion you've been a part of?
Oh my goodness! You have to understand that because I love wrestling so much. Like I growing up, I didn't think that this was even a possibility to be able to wrestle or anything. Like that was just a dream. Like only lucky people, not people like me, regular people, can do something like that. So every little thing meant the world to me. And I was telling people, like, it's not necessarily the wrestling. It was, working with these people that I watched, like, growing up. I know it's probably, like, they're probably not even that much older than me, but I watched them. It, like, during the time of high school and everything, that I would watch them, and I think, this is so awesome. So to be able to work with them was just incredible to me. So, with Mick Foley, Ric Flair, Eddie Guerrero, Rey Mysterio, like, it meant the world to me. So all of it, like I'm a lucky human being. I got put in an angle lock. Like I got to get frog splashed by Eddie. Like all of this was just a dream come true.
Dream come true. Now you know what's so funny? You were on Tough Enough, but they barely would show you. And I noticed that, and I was like, I wonder why that is. Like, were you signed or something at that time, and they just didn't know it, or what was it?
It's crazy how that experience worked. Because when they didn't put me on the show, I thought, oh my goodness, like maybe this is the universe telling me that this isn't for me, that I should go back to school. And I really was going to quit. I thought, okay, well, I had a great experience and this is nice and I'm happy with what I had, that, okay, I could go back to school. And then when Al Snow pulled me aside and said, no, keep going. Then I was like, oh, I got to sign. No, I'm going to keep going. But they didn't get me because I just wasn't drama. This is a reality show. And what they wanted was drama. And I was just the good girl who did everything that I was told. I did the work. I was focused on only that. I listened, I paid attention, never complained, didn't start like any kind of romances or anything with anybody else. I was just non-drama. So that made for crappy TV. So they didn't get me at all. But, if it wasn't for Al Snow and when he told me to keep going, I was like, okay, I'm going to keep going. Like, I don't care if they didn't think I was TV worthy. I'm going to show them that in the ring, I am TV worthy.
Come on now. And girl, were you? You sure were. And look at you now. You a legend. A legend in the game. 5-time women's champion. Soon to be NWA women's champion, by the way, if I might add. So,
That's right.
Let's talk about that real quick, too. What brought you to NWA Power? Like, that is so dope to see you on there.
It's just seeing everybody that I worked with, Ken Anderson, and then seeing Nick Aldis and everybody there. And just when they like pitched it to me, I was like, no, I don't want to do it. I'm done with wrestling. I'm happy with the indies because I just want to visit people and have fun. I don't want drama. I don't want the backstage politics. That wasn't the life for me. And I just want to feel the goodness. I've achieved whatever I needed to achieve. I have nothing else to prove. In my mind, that's the way I feel. And what they told me was, if you want to have fun, if you want to just to do it, you could be passing on the torch to other people. The way they presented it to me was like, it was a family thing. And I thought, I do want to have that kind of feeling. To have one more run and to be able to do that. All right.
Let's go.
And so those just fit. It just seemed like this is what was meant to be.
It is, and I love it. I love that you're a part of this roster. It makes me love it that much more. I hate Corona got in the way because you guys record in Atlanta and I live in Atlanta. So when you guys are back in production and things get back to where they gotta go, I will be there, and I guarantee you. Listen, when I'm there,
Are you gonna be booing me the way everybody else does?
yes, and listen, this is how you go. This is how you gonna know me. All right, you gonna see this big bright belt right here. Okay, so when you see this, you know I'm in the crowd. All right, I'm the Life's a Botch champion. I got a podcast. I would love to have you on. I've been trying to reach out and book you to get on the show. I would love to have you on, talk with you at a longer time, man, because I know Rave is. This is my first experience with Rave. I love it. It is so dope. I love this right now, so it is an honor to meet you for the first time. Would love to get your information and talk with you even more, and just chat, because, like, man, the time flies so much that it's like such a great conversation with you. I love your vibe, Melina. Yes.
Everyone always thinks 10 minutes is a long time. I'm like, no, it passes by like that.
It does. It does. It really does.
Especially when it's great conversation.
Yes. That's what I said. So any way we can get you on, I have reached out to the email on your Insta. I try to send it often, but I don't know who checks, everything. But I let them know there's a guy named Dwayne.
Tanya gets all the messages.
Oh.
She has to weed through everything, so
does she?
I'll ask her about it.
Yes, tell her I asked for Dwayne. Life's a Botch podcast. Trust me, I send tons of emails almost every other day just to try to get you on the shows. Trust me, we would love to have you on and talk with you because this is so dope. I mean, this is amazing. I'm loving this. I get the chance to tell Melina how much I love her, how much I care. You know what I'm saying? It's just you know what I mean? But oh, I actually got to see you live before too. I forgot to mention. Yes, 2007. I believe I was 17. It was Backlash 2007. You and Mickie James for the Divas Championship.
Yes.
That was such a fun match. Oh my gosh. You won that match too. You won the championship that match. So look. Yes, girl. You were you. So I knew that was already a dub for you. You already know. But it is so amazing to again talk with you. I don't usually need much. 10 minutes is good, but I would love to talk with you longer. So we'll definitely, please, let your plug know. Get a hold of Dwayne. I want to get on the Life's a Botch podcast. We're going to continue this conversation because this is amazing. Okay? Please, let's get you on. But, yeah, Melina, I mean, you got any questions for me, for yours truly, before I let you go on this thing? I mean, anything you want to know?
No, but I do want to tell you, you have great energy. Oh, my goodness. I'm loving this. The smile, even the way you talk and everything. I'm like, yes, I'm feeling it.
Yeah, see? You see?
There's nothing wrong with being timid and unsure and stuff. Charlie Bear.
Yeah.
Like, when you see people who are very charismatic but positive,
yes.
I love seeing that.
Oh, man.
Keep doing your podcast because I want to be a part of it just because.
Yes, please.
Just great energy.
Please. Like I said, we've been honored to interview a lot of people. I just had The Godfather on the show recently. I've had R-Truth, Ron Killings on the show. He was dope to talk to. Everybody I meet, man. Plus, I give really great introductions. And if you love my energy, wait till I introduce you on the show. So let's get you on ASAP, Miss Melina, okay? Again, thank you so much. I love you, love you, love you. And until the next time we meet, man, you be a good one.
Love you.
Mwah. All right. Hey, y'all feel that? Y'all feel that right there? That's the sound of not one, but two conversations brought to you by your favorite Prince of Botch. That's right. Dwayne Dickey is in the building. And I just want to say, I hope y'all enjoyed not only one, but two dope conversations with two amazing legends in the pro wrestling business. Again, we will have them back on the show, so don't you worry. I know that was just a brief conversation with y'all, but that's the beauty of what we do on Life's a Botch podcast. You know what I'm saying? We're giving y'all just a little taste of something before we give you the full meat. So consider that just nice little bit of sprinkle a little bit of the season before it gets in the oven and cooks up real nice for you, and you get the full course meal. You know what I'm saying? So, all that being said, it was an honor. It was a pleasure. And I guess before I let y'all go, I'll give y'all my quick thoughts on what I thought about, Extreme Rules and that pay-per-view. Yeah. Let me just say, one thing that's been cool about this pandemic is pay-per-views aren't as long as they used to be. They seem to go by pretty quickly. You know, you watch them and it's just like, oh, snap. It's not as late as I thought it was. You know, pandemic in a way has been a blessing in disguise for WWE, because they're not giving you these really, really lengthy pay-per-views like they used to. That's a good feeling, you know what I mean? Because people still got to get up and take care of some things, you know what I mean? But as far as what I thought initially of the pay-per-view, well, it was a surprise, but not a surprise to see that the New Day dropped the titles to Nakamura and Cesaro, seeing as how the tag team division in WWE as a whole, not just SmackDown or Raw, but as a whole, is kind of sort of lackluster. The New Day can't hold on to the titles forever, but I do see this becoming a lengthy feud where they go back and forth. And then eventually, when Jimmy Uso is back from his injury, I see the Usos coming in and pretty much getting another run with the titles. And I really don't know who else to tell you is going to really come in and win the titles from there. So maybe after the Usos eventually win them, it'll probably just go back to the Usos and the New Day again. Or maybe there's a shakeup and we get a uniform. I don't know. I don't know what to tell y'all. Who knows what we could see? But all I know is it's a very narrow and lackluster tag division. So congratulations to Shinsuke Nakamura and Cesaro, two underrated and well-deserved guys in the middle of the pack right now, and they're tag team champions. Personally, I feel like they'd be better off on their own, and this is the best time more than ever for them to kind of shine in solo roles. But at the same time, you do need a tag division, so them as a tag team kind of makes sense. So, yeah, congratulations to those guys. Bayley retained her title, and that match was pretty good. Sasha Banks and Bayley, pretty much the best two things on television. By the way, expect the article coming very soon from your boy, because I have a very interesting theory that popped up in my head, and I would like to address the four horsewomen of WWE by saying the very following thing. And I'm going to explain more of this in the article, which you will find at otsguys.com. But I'm here to let you know that of the four horsewomen, my gal, my girl, Sasha Banks, that's right, Sasha Banks, is by far the least successful of the four horsewomen. And it pains me to say such a thing, but again, that is my hot take of tonight's episode, because that, my friends, is what you guys will find out by going to the articles on otsguys.com. Moving on, speaking of Sasha Banks, though, looks like she won the Raw Women's title, sort of, not really. Yeah, I have never seen someone at ringside put on a referee uniform and count 1, 2, 3, and suddenly they're champion. I don't know what they're doing with the Raw Women's title, but it is what it is. So yeah, all in all, I guess my final thought, really, because the rest of the show didn't really stick out much to me. I mean, Dolph Ziggler, Drew McIntyre, I mean, how many times am I going to see that? How many times am I going to see Dolph Ziggler say, "It should have been me. I deserved it. I was this close. I had you. It was my check." Yeah. We get it, Dolph. I'm sick of seeing that. So you know what? Dolph Ziggler, I don't know how you keep getting these championship chances. You do deserve it. You're a good dude, but you haven't deserved it lately. I don't know why he keeps getting title matches. We already know the outcome, so I didn't even bother. It was what it was. But this swamp match with Bray Wyatt and Braun Strowman, cinematic matches, another article coming soon to the otsguys.com website. These cinematic matches are hit and miss. Some of them are great. Some of them are not so great. Produced very well, look very well, but I don't know what the heck I watched. And yeah, it was very Bray Wyatt fashion, but I don't know what that was supposed to be, what you were supposed to call it. There wasn't a title on the line. I really don't even know who really won the thing. Was it Bray? Was it Braun? I don't know. But clearly, this was a filler for SummerSlam, which is coming in a matter of 4 weeks. So, all of that being said, if you really want to know what I thought about Extreme Rules in a nutshell, I just got to let you guys know it was all right. You know what I mean? It wasn't great, wasn't good, but given the circumstances of what's going on, what the heck can you do with it? You might as well roll with it. As wrestling fans, it's good to have wrestling. It's good to see wrestling, but you still got to critique BS when you see it, right? So that's kind of what we're here to do. And we're going to do it in a very energetic, charismatic, fun form. So all that being said, guys, make sure you subscribe to the Life's a Botch podcast. Make sure that you follow us at Life's a Botch podcast on Instagram. You can follow my personal page at Dwayne Dickey Jr. Make sure you subscribe to the Life's a Botch podcast. Keep downloading the shows. We see you. We hear you. Let us know where you're from, where you're listening, okay? Follow us on YouTube. Subscribe. Let's look at our videos and interviews. Let us know what you think. And, man, we got more interviews coming in the future. Your boy's still working. Your boy's still producing, and we're going to have more coming. Shout out again to my people on sixfamiliesradio.com. I'm listening right now. Love you guys. Appreciate you guys. Your favorite neighborhood Prince of Botch is getting ready to sign out. So, nonetheless, I got to let you know that you guys have officially been botched. Peace.